Seychelles treasures, 5 local gifts to take back home. The end of a journey is always the hardest part, but you don't have to say goodbye to paradise as you leave the Seychelles Islands. The archipelago offers you an array of gifts to share with your loved ones or to simply cherish in remembrance of your exotic escape. From scents to jewels to crafts and more, there will be no lack of treasures to bring back home after a visit to the Seychelles. Uniquely handcrafted souvenirs made with love always have a special place, and locally made products use materials supplied by nature. And you can never go wrong with a gift that will make a lasting impression on palates back home with such culinary delights as saffron, masala, cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. Scents of Seychelles. Visit the lush rainforests and sandy beaches of the islands without leaving your home with scents from locally produced perfume lines. Inspired by the aroma of exotic flora of Seychelles, these perfumes will seduce you with sultry vanilla, sweet tangy lemongrass and warm musky tones. Some of these local scents are produced at the oldest perfume manufacturing laboratory in the region. Sure to impress, these fragrances will be adored by your loved ones and transport you back to the tropics. Show your body some love with some local-inspired body products made right here in pristine paradise. Covered in exotic flora, the islands have a range of natural, organic ingredients that have been blended to cater for your every skin requirement by locally produced brands. Grainy scrubs take you back to the sandy shores and exfoliate your skin, and a range of moisturizers with hints of warm vanilla, fresh sea salt and sweet citronella to give your skin the tropical glow. A jewel from the Garden of Eden. The Seychelles Islands is home to 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, one of them being the Vallée de Mai, rumored to be the home of the Garden of Eden. The lush haven on Praslin hosts a trove of treasures including the unique Coco de Mer palm, which happens to produce the world's largest nut, endemic to the islands. You can show off this one-of-a-kind nut by whisking 1 or 2 home with you. Getting your hands on a Coco de Mer is simpler than one can imagine. Simply head over to either the kiosks on Francis Rachel Street in Victoria, the Seychelles Island FOUNDATION, SIF, or Seychelles National Parks AUTHORITY and purchase one of your choosing, making sure it carries an authenticity certificate to show it has been legally obtained and not poached. Head over to the National Biosecurity Agency at Orion Mall, Victoria to ensure you experience no troubles at the airport. The provocative pelvis-shaped nut, each one is different, is sure to create conversations about your holiday in paradise. Creole crafts. Uniquely handcrafted souvenirs made with love always have a special place in one's heart. The tropical destination is renowned for its beautiful locally made products using materials supplied by nature such as coconut shells, dried leaves and wood. The Domaine de Val de Presse Craft Village is home to many of these gifts, amongst them coconut bowls and batik clothing. Cayman Hall, kiosks and souvenir shops scattered around the capital, Victoria, or at villages around the islands offer an array of choices, amongst them braided bags and hats. Children will in particular love the exotic locally sewn dolls, turtles, and tortoises. Popular amongst visitors and residents, Seychelles-inspired handmade jewelry, whether precious metals or costume, can be chosen from one of the many souvenir shops across the island or from local brands. Hand-printed perios designed to reflect the natural beauty of Seychelles can also be found at these shops, and you can even purchase some at workshops such as Roots Seychelles, where you can see how they are made. Flavors from the melting pot. Bring the bursting flavors of Creole cuisine home to your loved ones, give their tastebuds an experience unlike any other with the spices and blends that can be found at the local market or at the original spice garden of Jardin de Royaume Royale. Make a lasting impression on palates back home with right saffron, rich masala, warm cinnamon, sweet nutmeg, silky vanilla. And make sure to purchase a book on Seychellois Creole cuisine from local bookstores to help you recreate the ambience of the Seychelles Islands once you are back home. Archipelago art. Fishermen returning to shore with fresh fish, women making their way through lush vegetation, a vivid spread of local dishes, surreal scenery and other illustrations of the colorful Creole culture come to life through the work of local artists. Fall in love with stunning Creole paintings and sculptures at the various galleries on May, as well as Praslin and the other islands, and take them home to remind you of the charms of Seychelles. Enchant your loved ones with illustrated tales of the islands and their history through writings of authors from Seychelles and other countries from across the globe, which can be purchased in local bookstores and the National Museum of History in Victoria.